This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Dr. Sylette here. Y'all know who I am. I wanted to say official Happy Nurses Week. I celebrate Nurses Month. All May is Nurses Month. So have a lot of specials and things going on for my nurses. DM me. I'll let you know what's up. If you want to start a business, if you want to get my new planner, which is Legacy by Design with the Journal Boutique. Whatever it is that you need, come on, nurses, just hit me up. Hit me up. It's Nurses Week. I'm a nurse too. Get the planner for Nurses Week for me. You see what I'm saying? But then I'm going to give you a discount for you. So you're getting it for me for Nurses Week, and then I'll give you a discount for you. Come on. I got workshops and everything coming up. Let's go.
That's right, y'all. Welcome back to another season of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 7. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and as I told you last week with my previous guest and this guest, I am keeping it rolling with someone that's finessing the game. And so, as I already said, that this is a special season for me because it's the last season, but it's also seasons that I'm bringing dope people on, but dope people that's been on before. And let's get caught up with what they have going on. So, joining me again on the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 7 is none other than my soror. She's a registered nurse. She's all things business, of course. Also, she's in company of great powerhouse sisters. You've seen her sister, Selena Johnson, on this podcast. You've also seen her other sister, Dr. Sylette Thompson, on this podcast. And again, she's been on and she's back again to let us know what she's been up to, y'all. So show some love, make some love for my soror, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And look, I didn't even know what to wear, so I kind of like did both of it, soror, right? I got my blue and white on for those that's watching and you're driving, you can't see, but I got my blue and white on, but I got the Chicago Cubs on because she's a Chicago native too, man. So I said, let me bring it all together. Soror, Dr. Sylette DeBois, welcome to the podcast. Welcome back, Soror. How you been?
Thank you. Let me represent Z-Phi and Chi-Town all in one.
For sure. And I was saying off camera before we hit record, Soror, that you've been on before, as I said. I think it was season 2, but we didn't have the visual space. So it's good to see you looking finer as always. And I see the backdrop. You're branded completely. Like, oh my God, y'all. Salisha's a branding guru, but Dr. Sylette be on the low key doing a whole lot of stuff too. So, and we're going to talk about that. So what you been up to? I got a bunch of questions for you, but what you been up to? What have you been doing?
Teaching. No matter what I'm doing, it's teaching.
Yeah.
So no matter what business it is, no matter if I'm working for a company, a college, a university, teaching. That's my passion. That's what I've been doing with everything, teaching.
Yeah. And you were a part a few years ago of a book of nurses who put out a book that was teaching students, right? Nurses.
We were teaching nurses. So the book was really about being a nurse entrepreneur and how to navigate through it. So it was like the ups and downs that all of the nurses had gone through. That's what the book is. Still on Amazon.
Yeah. Go ahead and get it, y'all. Go ahead and get it. And you got some other stuff going. But again, 30 years in healthcare, mentoring thousands of nurses, as you mentioned, and even launching Nurses First Academy. Soror, what has inspired you? Like, what gave you this motivation? I know you may have alluded to this years ago, but it probably changed your thought path now. But what inspired you to take this path? And did you always know that nursing was your calling?
No.
Really?
But let me tell you what's funny is what my calling was, which I'll say, and nursing have now merged. So when I was coming up, little girl, I wrote short stories. I wrote in crayon. On a notebook. I wrote short stories. I used to write about my friends, write books, about my friends.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a journalist all the way up through high school. Wanted to be a journalist. It wasn't until I turned 17, I'm scrolling through the yearbook and I see a picture of a nurse. And I said, that's it.
That's it.
And that's exactly how it happened. From that moment on, it was push to be a nurse. And now back to the writing books, doing short stories. So, yeah.
And you're a grandma too. So shout out to those grandbabies over there too, because you are nursing and nurturing them. I'm sure. How they doing? They're good.
Oh, my grandbabies.
Yeah.
Dallas and BJ, Brendan Jr. Love them to death. Dallas is now 10.
I can't believe it.
Wait a
I
minute,
can't
Ken.
believe it.
He'll be 11 in a couple of weeks.
Wow,
Yeah.
man. It just went by so fast. Like a whole decade just happened. And we're still here, like just doing it. And these kids are going to be doing it with you in a minute, I'm sure. They're inspired by their grandma, I'm sure. I mean, listen, you've received multiple Daisy Award nominations and the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. So what do these honors mean to you, and how have they shaped, your nursing path? Because that's a huge honor, again, because I didn't mention before you even answer that, and I'd be remiss because she's the matriarch. I think the reason why these girls are so dope. Y'all know I work with Miss E, but before Miss E, I had the pleasure of knowing and seeing fruits coming from the matriarch, Miss Brenda Thompson. Her mama is the first, I don't even want to get it wrong, but your mom is the first African-American female commissioner, right? Of Harvey. Police commissioner of Harvey, Illinois.
United States.
United States.
Yep. So she's the first black female police commissioner in the United States. So, there's been other female commissioners, but they weren't black.
Yeah, man. So I'm trying to get on the podcast too. So Mama Thompson, if you're watching, I'm always texting you. We're always talking. So I didn't want to miss that to say that's, I believe, how y'all got it. DNA don't lie. I always say it. DNA don't lie. But you received multiple Daisy Award nominations. How does that made you feel to just receive those nominations? And how has that kind of shaped your career?
So the Daisy Award nominations are from students. So that is like absolutely next level. It's like when I was teaching at a certain university, every year the students would nominate me. I just felt purposeful, right? So when you get nominations, then you know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm doing it the way I should be because it's being appreciated, it's resonating with the students. So that has been like one of my greatest achievement is to get that from the students. That's why I love it.
From your tribe of folks that has an immediate impact and effect on you. It's like your child, right? Like for Brenda, they say like, hey, mom, you're dope. And to see what he does is a reflection of what you've done. So without it directly saying it, but indirectly showing the love that he has for you. So I know that's a tremendous honor to have that award. It's like the award that recently passed, the NAACP award. I know that people chase the Grammys and all these different dub awards, and no diss to those awards, but the NAACP award, it says that, hey, these are my people. BET award as well, but the NAACP award, it really speaks to that. So no, that must be a huge honor to have, again, your students say you're doing the thing. You're doing your thing.
Yeah, love it.
Also, through your nonprofit Nursing for Black communities, you've addressed health inequity, in Black and brown communities. What are some of the biggest challenges these communities face in healthcare today, and how are you working to bridge those gaps?
So one of the biggest gaps in our community between the Black and brown community and healthcare just in general is the trust factor. And it's actually documented. So it's not playing the race card and Black people and brown people, they just always want to say that someone's against them. And, no, these things are actually documented on CDC website. If you go on CDC website, it will tell you that Black women and white women both get breast cancer at the same rate, right? Cancer shows no discrimination, right? Everybody gets it, no matter what race you are. But yet Black women die more. And that is from healthcare, lack of trust. And there's so many stories I could go into, but that I address with my nonprofit. But, it's just bridging that gap, getting the Black and brown communities to trust healthcare and to be able to navigate through what your doctor's saying, what advice they're giving you. You just don't trust. So me as a Black woman, as a Black nurse, I could be that bridge to say, no, what your doctor is suggesting, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and do this, or go get a second opinion, or, so it's that bridging of the gap to bring that trust back into our community.
Breast cancer is running rapid through. It has always, it seems, or at least trend to fall a lot on our African-American sisters. There's some people close to me that's been recently diagnosed. There's been some that's been in remission, but got recently diagnosed again. And so, and young, and so that's what's frightening, because these are people that I grew up with, and, some a little bit older, but it's always seemed that it's African American women, and it's all for me because I don't know it enough to do the research or have it to do the research. But why is it that it seems that the Black women get misdiagnosed? Is it or not often diagnosed soon enough?
Both. I'll give one quick example. First of all, my sister, Dr. Sylette, is a breast cancer survivor. But then I also have cousins. One cousin has passed away years ago from breast cancer. And I have another cousin, her sister, went to the doctor. I'll make it real short. Went to the doctor and because she felt a lump. Went to the doctor, okay, no big deal. We'll keep an eye on it. No big deal. Just, no big deal. Come back in about a year and we'll see where it is. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. You at least do an ultrasound or MRI, something so that you can see that it's nothing. But just feel on it and say it's nothing. Like, I don't know if it's you all are exaggerating or it's no big deal or maybe your insurance isn't good. I don't know what the reason is why they turned Black women away, but she did. My cousin came back a year later because it was getting bigger. Then they did test. Now you're in stage 3.
My God.
You could have caught it in stage 1 and we wouldn't have had to go through this. But my aunt is my cousin. She's a breast cancer survivor, so she's still with us. But I mean, that's just one story. Yeah. So hey.
But we need more people to continue to do what you're doing. And I know that it's a lot of folks that that's maybe doing it along with you that's not getting the shine. So who are some people that you are leaning on that you're, I guess, connecting with to kind of champion this and be an advocate? You have some nurses that you would, shout out?
Dr. Ebony, I call her my partner in crime. We're actually helping people with our company, Healthcare Academy CEOs. We're actually helping people start CNA programs and start training programs. So now you say, well, wait a minute, how does that tie? Because we're going bigger. So, okay, yes, start your CNA school, start your training program, but this is what we want you to teach in it. We want you to also teach healthcare professionals to be advocates for their community. So that's like a portion of the curriculum that we provide, is to also teach them to be advocates for their community and also to be entrepreneurs. The more that we step out, help out, is going to help our community. If you just have people complaining on the sideline or just healthcare workers just going to work, doing their job, getting paid, going home, that's fine. But we need more of us to be advocates. So how do you become an advocate? You need to be trained to become an advocate, how to recognize things, how to talk to people in your community, how to go out and just throw community events to say, hey, breast cancer awareness event. Hey, heart disease awareness event. So these are the things that we're bringing to the forefront with Healthcare Academy CEO. So Dr. Ebony, shout out to my partner in crime.
I love that. And I wanted you to purposely do that because there's a lot of people again and this is why I wanted to create this platform 7 seasons ago, to bring on people that I know that's really in the, the ground boots on whatever it is that they're focusing on, be it acting, be it singing, be it healthcare, right? It's just to bring that light and shine on those people that's really doing that. And as a business coach for your new nurse entrepreneurs, now we need some coaching right here in this question. So what are the biggest mistakes you see nurses make when trying to start their own business? And what advice would you give them to succeed?
Oh, here's number 1. It's so many, but here's
she said, "Oh, she ready, y'all." She said, listen.
I give it to you.
Listen.
But I'm going to give you one that's big. Picking a fad. Oh, everybody's starting IV hydration. Oh, everybody's starting a CNA school. Oh, everybody's doing this. If it is not what you love to do, if it is not something you can really pour your heart into it and make a difference in it, don't run with the fad. Don't run with the fad. Nurses, pick something that you love to do. Let's go with your expertise. So, for instance, if you love cardiac, oh, you're a heart nurse, you cardiac, you've been doing it for 30 years. Don't start a CNA school because then maybe that's not your passion. You don't like teaching. That's not what you want to do. So maybe you want to do something like start a concierge service where you are an advocate for the community to help people that have heart disease. Start a home care agency, right? Start a home care agency and focus on people that have heart disease. So Pick something that you really love, that you are passionate about, that you are strong in, so that you can take your business to the next level. Because just picking the fad, it's going to phase out. You're not going to like it. You're not going to jump in and get all boots strapped deep in. You're not going to do it. That would be my biggest advice, to first pick something that you know you are knowledgeable in and passionate about.
I love that. I love that. And that, for people who, no matter, for certainly nurses, yes, you heard it here first, right here on the Finesse Media Podcast with Dr.
Right.
Sylette. Those are facts. But I like to open it up to anybody that's listening to that. Please don't be a teacher. Please don't. I mean, listen, I love my teachers because I feel like they should be the highest paid folks, right? No matter whatever subject you're teaching. But I feel that if you're not wanting to do that, that's like not your passion, please get out the classroom with those kids, you know. And so that is some real good advice, Dr. Sylette, that will just land on anyone ears that's watching and listening to this podcast. So thank you for that. I'm almost like gotta get you up out of here, and it feels like we just started talking, but I got a couple more questions, Doc, for you. And it's one of my legendary questions. Actually, it's one that I've asked you probably before, because it's been the question asked from the start of the Finesse Media kind of legacy, if you will, now at this point. But who for you, Dr. Sylette, who's that person for you that you say that's finessing the game right now? And that's not just in nursing. Let me, before you answer, but not just in nursing, but just that person that comes to mind for you when you think of that person that's finessing the game or finessing in their industry.
There's lots of people, but as soon as you said it, and I'm not being biased, but as soon as you said it, I thought of my sister, Selena Johnson.
Yes.
Let me tell you why. Lena, that's what I call her affectionately, right? Lena has been in this game, you know this, for years. There have people that have been before her. There have people that have come after her, artists, you know, entertainers, singers. That are not
having chills over here, just by the way. I'm having chills over here, by the way, because for sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That are not in the game anymore. There are people that don't get to, and I'm saying this lightly because I love Beyonce, but there are people that maybe aren't at Beyonce status, Jay-Z status. And let me just pick some people, you know, like that. And they see that and they go, I'll never get there. I quit, you know, and they forget about why they started. They forget about the people that love them. They forget about their fans. They let maybe radio or TV and I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying radio or TV or maybe record labels or a management gone bad or something like that. Just kind of just turn them off, right? Throw them out the game. Not Lena. Not Lena. Lena has been doing this since she was a little girl and is still doing it, still selling out shows. Every album, she don't say, oh man, I didn't go triple platinum, I quit. Nope. She come out with another album. She come out with another album. All her shows are good. And every time she sings, she don't go, well, let me just sing anything. Nobody's really listening. Nope. Let me just throw any album together. Nobody's buying. Nope. Not Lena. Lena does not quit.
Sure don't.
She finessing the game. She does not quit. Yeah.
You said it. I mean, listen, I would never go behind your sister talking about their sister, right? Or their sibling, but you're facts, right? And I had an honor to have a front row seat to a lot of that work ethic that's incredibly insane. Like, this lady really has not just the talent in what we see, but the talent behind the scenes that people don't see, the management styles, the understanding, and the love that Lena has is why I think people continue to love her so much. Her shows, like you say, they sell out from, of course, sorors and frat, but they sell out with so many of the people that's been fans since chapter one. And Lena just continues to deliver every time she hit the stage like it's the first show. She kicking shoes off. I mean, she's a powerhouse, man. She is definitely someone who has continued to finesse the game. She is, and I've said this before, the reason why Finesse Media is a whole brand. it is literally the reason why. Lena was like, you need to do something. I was like, I don't know what to do. She was like, well, we're pushing this thing and we're doing my project, but if you decide to do something, I'll support it. And I just said, I don't know, Lena, I'll think of something. And I came back to it and I said, I think I'm gonna call it Finesse Media Group. And she goes, sign me up as your client and let everybody know I'm your first client. And then boom, we'll go from there. And literally held me down just like that, rolled it out as my client. And shout out to some other people like Lakeshore, Malone, Melinda, Tommy, because they were my first clients under the Lakeshore group that Lena like curated, if you will, and Dr. Salisha as the manager. Like so much I've learned from this woman and still learn from this woman. That's a whole nother show. So yeah, she'll be coming on the podcast this season to let y'all see.
And she does not give up. That's what I love. She does not quit. She keeps going for her fans. She keeps going. That's what and we all have that in the family. No matter what I do, no matter what setbacks I have with business, and I'll try this, I'll try that. This didn't work. I'm not quitting.
I wish I can press a button to say, I'm sorry, I need to raise my hand again on this screen, because how am I forgetting? Wait a minute, y'all, before we get up out of here, listen, I've talked about, the DNA, and as she's mentioned, don't quit. The late, great Seal Johnson is,
Come on,
listen, the late, great Hall of Fame, blues Hall of Famer, the legendary Seal Johnson, the most sampled artist, blues singer. Listen, it's her dad, y'all. Let me just get right to it.
That's my dad.
I don't even know what you think your kids wouldn't be if you have Brenda Thompson and you had Seal Johnson come together and make these babies and make these kids. And this dad of hers, I had the honor of seeing this guy and just being in the room with him while Lena was in the studio. And he just, you better be good. You better be good. I'm gonna tell you. And man, he is just phenomenal. So yes, I'm sorry, Seal. Like, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? Not mentioning you and having a part in these ladies, life and who they are, who have they become, and the people that they motivated and continue to motivate by the way of what y'all did. So yeah, shout out to your parents. You got some dope parents. Like
they don't give up. They didn't give up. My mother never gave up. My mother was in politics for years. So me, Salisha, Selena, we don't give up. We keep going. Setbacks come, things happen. Yeah. We keep going. We pivot. We move. We brand. We grow. We don't quit.
I was listening to Black Balloon with this before I started this, and I was just listening to it because that just keep rising to the top. Black Balloon, just keep rising to the top. Just keep rising to the top. Like it don't stop. Like, oh, another good one. So if you haven't heard Black Balloon, go get it, download it. It's a good stepper set too, by the way. I text Lena when it came. I said, Lena, this is like Chicago stepper music all day long. All right, my final question.
Okay.
But the question is not necessarily a final question. It's one that the question is a question. So I'm going to start this thing, and I've been doing each and every episode so far. Well, I'm asking my guests to leave a question for the next guest. So I don't know. The next guest could be Selena, could be Salisha, one of your siblings, or it could be your mom, right? Because I'm trying to get Miss Thompson on this thing too. Or it could just be another Finesse, right? But the next question, what question would you like for the next guest to answer?
Can it be a two-parter? But it
can be whatever. It's yours. So you do it how you want to do it.
What is your biggest fear just in life? It doesn't have anything to do with business. What is your biggest fear? And now that you know it, what can you do to fix it? What can you do to move past it? What can you do to rise above it? That would be my next question.
What's your biggest fear and what would you do to rise above it? Yes. I love that because I often think that life is not, and this is not something that I made up, of course, but it's kind of a mantra that I use, I guess. It's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. Yeah. So what's your biggest fear? And what are you doing? What was that part? Be of that question.
To rise above.
To rise above it. To keep rising to the top like a black balloon, right? And she with her black man. Dr. Sylette, I am so excited you came back on to chat with me. It's not enough time, I promise you. With any guest, I'll say in advance to those that's coming on. It's not enough time to talk to y'all, but I do 20-minute episodes and it take me 5 hours, sometimes 5 days to edit. So I can't do it too long. But that just means that y'all got to keep up with this sister and support. not just keep up, but support. This advocacy and this healthcare is really important as we enter this new administration. Things are changing. I don't get, political on this platform. Y'all know that, but there is a new administration, so things will be changing. So I implore you to follow Dr. Sylette, to be an advocate, to be a supporter, and to just continue to see what she's doing in these communities. And I didn't talk about your books that's available, but I want you to tell the folks where they can get those. There you go. It's to bring it into the frame a little bit. It kind of blurred out with your background, but you're going to talk about it anyway. So tell people the name of the book and where they can get it. Somehow I feel like you're on mute. I can't hear you no more.
Oh my goodness.
It's
the
all
name
good.
of the book is 50 by 50 Lessons for Women on the Path to Empowerment. That's so sad I have to read it because I will forget the name of it.
That's
the
okay.
book really, it's on Amazon, and it's about just 50 lessons that I've learned by the age of 50.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Get the book. It's on Amazon, y'all. Support my soror, Dr. Sylette. You know I'm going to always keep following you, hitting you up, supporting you. She's a Libra, y'all, so her scales are balanced. So believe me, she is not to be played with. Thank y'all again for watching another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media. And as I say to you each and every week, I'm keeping it real and bringing you something brand new. And this week, HBCU, as I bring HBCU love every week, this HBCU is Jackson State University. So shout out to Jackson State University in Jackson State, Mississippi, sonic boom of the South, man. So HBC things is all we talk about. And we talk to people like you, Dr. Sylette, those people that's finessing the game. Thank you, Soror. I'll be talking with you soon.